Manifesting is super simple. I'm going to break it down to you in 2 easy steps in this video. Hey, I'm Dan. I talk about manifesting, conscious creation, living intentionally. Thank you for joining me. And today I really want to break down manifesting in the simplest form because I think everyone always overcomplicates things. And I just want to keep things simple because it really is that simple. Okay. I've talked previously about how it's simply about just deciding. So I'm going to break it down to you in these 2 steps that's worked for me, that I know has worked for other people. And it's really all you need. So if there's any video out there that you need to watch, you need to watch this one, okay? Okay, so manifestation, a foundational core principle is that it relies on your identity, who you are being. Who you are being creates your reality, okay? So the first step is taking a look at who are you being right now? If there is something in your life that you're trying to manifest, you clearly are in a state where there's a lack. You don't have that thing you're trying to manifest yet. Or you're not living the life that you envision yourself living, right? That you want to be living as. You first have to take a step away from this identity. How do you do this? Okay? You need to be aware that this identity is not you. It's actually just your ego. And there could be some resistance that pops up. So what you want to do is you want to first say, okay, wait, hold on. This state of being that doesn't have my desire, that doesn't have the thing I'm trying to manifest, that state of being is not actually me. I don't identify with that version of me. I don't identify. It's valid. It's a version of you that exists, but I no longer want to continue to live as that version of me. So I'm no longer going to identify as that. I recognize that that's just the ego. Anytime that there's a thought or feeling that puts doubt in your mind that no, this is who you are, that's just the ego talking to me because they need to cling so tightly to something. So the first step is simply to be aware that that is not you, that's not your identity. Take a step away from that. And now when you realize that you're in a state of awareness, you are a conscious creator, you are the creator, you are all powerful. You select what it is that you want to manifest. It's kind of like 1.5 steps, okay? You select what it is that you want to manifest, the life that you wish to live. And it can be multiple manifestations all at once. It can be one particular manifestation. It doesn't matter, okay? And then the second step is you identify the version of you that already has that thing you're trying to manifest. I talked about this over and over and over again in my previous videos because this is how simple it is. And then you simply embody it. You embody living as that person that already has that thing you're trying to manifest, that's living that dream life that you're trying to have. But remember, when you're embodying it, you're no longer trying to do anything. You already are that version. You are that identity. That's who you are being. That's all that matters. That's where your focus is. Your focus is simply to live intentionally as that version of you that already has everything you're trying to manifest. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that's the second step. So let's go over it again. The first step is simply to remember, okay, before I go back to the first step, you have to understand that manifesting all creation, it's already done. There's a version of you that has that thing you're trying to manifest. Creation is already done. You're not actually doing anything in order to get it, okay? So now that we have that in place, currently you are a particular state of being, this identity. It's not actually you. So the first step is saying, it's not actually me, right? That's just the ego talking. It's if ego thoughts, all this trying to trap you back in, suck you back in, just say, nope, that's just the ego talking. I am not that person. I am not that identity, okay? Second step is, okay, this is the identity that has everything that I want, that is living that dream life that I wish to live. That is who I am being now. I'm going to fully embrace that. I'm going to think, I'm going to feel, I'm going to act as if I'm going to live my life in every single moment of every single day, focused on what that identity would be focused on, that state of being would be focused on, how I would think, how I would feel, right? Let's take very briefly an example of money. If I struggle to pay my bills because I'm always really tight for money every month and I'm in a state of lack for money and I receive a bill, my old state of being that lacks money is going to see that bill and think to myself, oh man, I have a lack of money. Man, it's another bill I have to pay. How am I going to stretch my dollar to be able to pay this bill to avoid, not getting the water shut off That is the old way of thinking, right? That's your old identity. So what you need to do is say, hey, that's not me. I am someone who has all the money in the world that can easily pay this bill. I am so grateful that I have an abundance of money that I can pay this bill off and not even think about it, and not even worry about it. At the end of the day, in your 3D reality, you're gonna have to pay the bill. You're gonna take the action to pay the bill. It's simply an event. So assign that different meaning to it. So the second step is simply embody it. That version of me that has all the money in the world, I'm not gonna be worried about a bill. It's gonna be one or two things. One, I'm so grateful, I have so much money, I can pay this bill off. No problem. Or two, I'm just gonna be indifferent about it. Oh yeah, it's another bill, it just has to be paid. Pay it, done. You can choose whichever works, whichever resonates for you, whichever one's easier. And just understand that whenever resistance comes up, just know that that's just the ego talking, because that is just, you're still operating from the previous state, that lack. So try this out. Try this out. Let me know, not try it, but actually do it. Because if you're in a moment of trying it, it kind of gives you like a safety net to be like, oh no, it doesn't work. No, actually do it. Apply it and do it. Because when you actually do this, you will see how it completely changes your mindset. That identity, you have to keep practicing it, keep working on it. You're not going to be there. Okay, it's okay not to be perfect. If you screw up sometime, that's totally fine. Don't beat yourself up. Because in every single moment is another opportunity to shift your identity, to change your identity. So take every moment as a new thing. The past does not exist. The future does not exist. All you have is this present moment. This present moment. I'm going to make another video on that, talking about how time is an illusion. But for right now, all you have to understand is to manifest is really simple. Okay, so if you've gotten actually this far, I didn't intend for this video to get this long, but I really want to break it down to you and just really give the people that really need this extra information, all that. But really, all you needed was like the first half of this video, or maybe the first 2-3 minutes, because I really go over everything you need up there. But I'm going to quickly summarize it for you again right here. First step, no longer identify your state of lack or state of being that doesn't have that thing that you're trying to manifest. And second, having already identified the version of you that does have the thing you're trying to manifest, fully embody that state of being. Live as if, act as if, think as if. How you perceive the world, live as that version of you. And that's all you need to do. And then live your life as that version of you. And see what happens. Okay? I hope this helps. I'm going to leave it there. Try this, implement this, really, and you're going to see things just change and unfold incredibly.